Hailey Bieber once again in major trouble. We gotta talk about this ongoing mess, honey. But before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian, and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. Girl, I'm so excited, bitch. Listen, let me talk. I'm gonna have such a good lunch. Ooh, girl. Listen, my husband, he's gonna make some chicken soup. Ooh, with some yuca, a little bit of plátano, a little bit of papa. Ooh, girl. You know when you're just so excited to eat, girl. I believe the children are our future. Anyways, girl, listen, welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new, as you guys can see, I'm your new messy bestie to keep you company and spill some tea. So we got to talk about Hailey Bieber in trouble, plus her plans for her $1 billion that she got from the sale of Road, honey. And where's that money going to? You're going to be surprised and shocked with that answer, honey, because I was like, well, damn, bitch, I was not expecting that, girl. I don't even think that that's so Raven could have seen that coming. Oh, by the way, best friend, listen, one of my amazing besties, Sloan, he and, of course, the gorgeous, fabulous Christy, aka Spill Sesh, just premiered their second episode of their podcast, Poppity. I'm going to link it in the description or in the comments. So if you can go and show them some love, subscribe, comment, and make sure to tell them that you're from the Sebastian Soto family. And let's go give them some love. All right, best friend. Bitch. So listen. Yesterday, you guys, I made a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, of Hailey Bieber, girl, and how a lot of people were saying that, damn, bitch, you can't stop talking about Selena Gomez. Well, listen, if you missed it, here's a little quick recap. Well, Hailey Bieber just spoke out about Selena Gomez against her publicist's will, girl. Her publicist said, no, bitch, don't talk about it. But Hailey Bieber did when she was asked the question. So in a new interview with the Wall Street Journal, the Road founder addressed the persistent fan-fueled narrative that pits her against Selena Gomez, years after both women publicly shut down speculation of a feud. So when asked whether she worried Sephora shoppers might compare her beauty brand Road to Selena's Rare Beauty, given the constant online chatter about an unspoken rivalry between the two, Hailey didn't shy away from the question. In fact, even after her publicist asked to skip it, she decided to answer head on. It's always annoying being pitted against other people. I didn't ask for that. When people want to see you a certain way and they've made up a story about you in their minds, it's not up to you to change that. Okay, girl. I think there's space for everybody. To be her publicist, bitch. Her publicist probably right now is in the middle of a freaking Princess Diary marathon under the covers with her weighted blanket saying, this too shall pass. This too shall pass, bitch. Listen, I'm happy she answered, to be very honest. What do you guys think? A lot of people are really upset that Selena's name was even brought up, but people have to be realistic that there's always going to be brought up because obviously, you know, Selena Gomez, girl. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that follow for more tea. Best friend, okay. So, ooh, girl, I have a coconut pulp stuck in my throat, bitch. Hang on. What in the WAP is going on here? Listen, her publicist, girl. Her publicist tried to stop that question from coming, right? She tried, girl. You know damn good and well Karen, Marisol, Wendy stopped that. She wanted to stop that. She goes, no! You know? I'm sorry. No. Why? Do you really hate me that bad? Oh, no. And I think Hailey answering it, you know, I feel like all of that was a publicity stunt, to be very honest with you. I really, truly do. Listen, here's how it works, okay? When you accept to be interviewed, there are certain questions, certain topics that you give the reporter, and they, you know, ahead of time from their team, they give the reporter, you know, their team, and say, look, we can answer anything you want, but don't ask us about this, that, or that, okay? Period. So here's the thing. In my humble opinion, if Hailey really did not want to talk about Selena, she would have had that, and interviewers respect that because then you won't do the interview, okay? Before anybody sits down, there's a month or two of planning. There are the questions, the location, the NDAs. If the reporter and their team have to go to the person's house or place of business, there are NDAs for all of them. Even something so small like a shoe wrap. So your shoes don't go on the floor. There are security measures. I know a very huge celebrity that was doing an interview at her house, and she actually had her security team, pick up all of the reporter, the journalist and his team in their car, in her cars, because she didn't want them to know where she lived. Okay. So it was all very much like, this whole security thing. There's a lot that you guys don't see or you don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but it's not that easy. So if she didn't want to talk about Selena, she would not have talked about Selena. So my point is, girl, Your Honor, okay? Calm down, girl.
I don't know, calm down. Calm down.
It's okay, I'm sorry.
He apologized.
It's my fault.
He apologized.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? That didn't upset me. But the bitch ass hoe
Sorry.
that told me
Bitches.
to calm down. What I'd like you to do is apologize instead of being a bitch.
You're calling me sorry, but you're calling me a bitch. So set an example.
I'm sorry. My kids can't hear me calling you a bitch.
Your window's open.
They can't hear me because they're listening to Kids Bop.
My point is that I feel it in my heart that this was a publicity stunt because it just goes, just the way it was worded, like, immediately her publicist tries to stop the question, but Hailey so bravely answers it. I'm like, bitch, you just wanted attention. Low down attention seeker, bitch, okay? You guys want to know something really quick? Okay. Do you guys remember I told you about one time I was in chorus and, I was always bullied in school, right? Because I was gay and I had man boobs. Do you guys remember when I told you the story that when I was in chorus, there was a girl who turned around. Oh, so I was bullied, and the popular girl, the Regina George of the school, she took me in, basically. And she goes, as long as you're with me, no one's going to mess with you. And it was true. The football players were nice to me. Everybody was so nice to me as long as I was with her. But God forbid that girl skipped a day of school. That was hell for me, bitch. So listen, she was sitting next to me, right? And I was so grateful that I was not getting bullied. But the girl in front of us, I don't know really what was going on in her mind, but she turned around and asked if she looked fat in her outfit. And the Regina George girl says to her, no, blank, you don't look fat. And she stands up and says, you look obese. So everyone started laughing, and the reason I'm telling you is because I stopped talking to the Regina George. And the next day, so that same day, the girl left crying. And, I actually went over to her house. We had a little bit of like a makeover because she asked me to help her. We went to the mall together. Like, it was actually a really, really fun time. And her and I became really good friends. Until this day, we talk very, randomly. But anyways, that Regina George girl, when I left the school, I stopped talking to her really, because I was always been a fat kid. So, it didn't sit right with me what she did. Anywho, long story short, she reached out to me, you guys, the other day, and I forgot to tell you, and I hadn't talked to her in years. I'm talking about like over, I don't know how many years. I have, no idea. And she goes, Sebastian, hi, do you remember me, this and that? So I have a favor to ask. And I was like, okay. I didn't answer. I just looked at the message without opening. You know how you can, I have a favor to ask, and basically she wanted me to promote something for her. And I started looking at her social media because I'm like, oh, kids do things in the past and this and that. I started looking at her social media, best friend, and she has not changed at all. Like, she has not changed at all. The captions to her pictures, thank God I'm skinny, I'm so sexy, you know, I could never be this, I could never be that. Like talking about people, talking about certain situations. You know, I'm just like politically the craziest things she's saying. I'm just like, oh girl, I want nothing to do with you. Because the reason I'm telling you all this is because, you know, it reminded me that sometimes people do change, but sometimes people don't change. But I wonder why that came to my mind. Anywho, I didn't respond to her. I did not respond. I was terrified. I'm terrified of what I saw. Like literally the captions of this girl. Ooh, no. Take it. Oh, I can't. You know what? I'm going to stop. Anyways, sorry. Long story short, I needed to tell you guys this because it's just so crazy to me how people just do not change. But anyways, Hailey Bieber. She is opening up about what she's going to do with the money, okay? Hailey Bieber is sharing how she's planning on spending the $1 billion from the sale of her beauty brand Rhode. The proud mom said she wants to preserve the money from her sale to invest her son's Jack Blue's future. I love that. She says, I want to preserve that for my son's future. It's an amount of money that I have not dealt with before. So I just want to be smart with it. I would like to invest it wisely. You know, that's amazing. That is amazing. I also love what she said, until your child can understand it and it's possible to have a conversation around it. I have no interest in putting him out there in any way. Explaining why she hasn't posted a picture of him to the public. I love this. I think it's incredible. I really admire one thing about Hailey is that, and Justin, that they have not shown their son, and they've gone out and they've made, you know, the correct the correct decisions, you know, to protect his identity, because there's a lot of fucking sick freaks out here. And I love that she's doing that. And you know what? It's true. It should be her son's decision whether or not he wants to be in the public eye. So I actually applaud that for Hailey. And I also applaud that she wants to save and invest this money for her son. Having said that, I think she needs to stop talking about Selena. I think it needs to be on the no list of questions, because even if it's such an innocent question, it's going to cause quite the stir. And once again, people are saying how obsessed she is, because Selena quite frankly never talks about Hailey Bieber, nor does Justin Bieber talk about Selena Gomez. It's always Hailey. So I just gotta say, girl, Hailey, honey, stop with the questions. You know damn good and well that your team can put an end to it if you wanted it. But I think you wanted that question out there. Anywho, love you guys so much for watching. I'm so grateful and thankful for you guys. And if you're the Regina George girl, honey, I'm sorry I had to just blast you out like that. But you know what? You blasted out a lot of people. And what you did to me at the end of the school year, I'll never forget it. Okay, girl? Cheers! Good luck with your business, bitch. Because by the way you're promoting it and excluding people, honey, it ain't going nowhere, ho. Love you guys.